Hey, Brown Girls. It's Laisha, CEO of Inside the House. You can follow us on our social media handles at Welcome Inside the House. I'm originally from Columbia, South Carolina, and I currently reside in Kissimmee, Florida, where I pour hand poured luxury candles. Our goal is to remind everybody that they deserve luxury.
Get ready to dance to the beat of Black Girl Boss Magic as we kick off season 2 of the Brown Girls Collective. We're here to salute and amplify the stories of Black women who are crushing it in the business world. From fashion to tech, healthcare to education, these trailblazing women have faced obstacles head on and emerged victorious. We are diving deep into their journeys, sharing their secrets, and throwing some much deserved praise their way. So come join the party at the Brown Girls Collective, and let's get this celebration of Black female empowerment started.
What's up, Brown Girls? It's your girl Jasmine. We are back again with another interview. We got Laisha here. She's gonna talk about her beautiful candles that she has, and we're gonna get to know her a little bit and find out how she became who she is today.
We not only sell luxury candles, but we also do private labeling and wholesale as well. Customer basically choose the whole breakdown of the candle from the vessel, the
Oh,
label, and
okay.
all I do is just pour them. They sell them. It's their candles at that point. It's their candle business after that.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I thought you just made the candle, so you do that as well. You've
Yeah,
been doing
I
that. How long have you been doing that?
oh, it's been a year. It's been a full year that I've been doing private labeling.
So when you started your business, like what challenges did you face?
I started my business a couple of months before COVID actually hit. So
Okay.
before COVID, we really didn't have no problem with getting the product to the customer in a correct amount of time, like the 2 or 3 day mark. But when COVID hit, things changed drastically for my business as far as me
A lot.
receiving product and my customer receiving their product. So that
Mm.
it was a turning point in the beginning of the start of my business.
So how did you come overcome that situation? Because a lot of people ended up in that situation, and some of them just ended up giving up on their business. Clearly, you didn't. So, what were some of the things that you did to move forward?
I'm not even gonna hold you. I did want to give up. I really did. Because I really did want to give up, but I couldn't because um I started this. The reason why I even started making candles was to get over postpartum depression. So this was
Mm,
more like it was like a coping mechanism for me. Like it was something that brought me joy, brought me peace, that got me going, got me out of my funk. So when I got into that situation with COVID and everything affecting the shipping part of the business, um, I just stepped back a little bit and went back to the drawing board. It taught me to always be over prepared for stuff. Like when you order stuff, don't order just what you need. Order a little bit more than what you need.
right.
Um, it just told me to taught me to think 2 steps ahead. I think it's important. We could tell our kids all day. We could talk to them all day. I think it's very important to have an example. I grew
Hmm.
up with a lot of strong Black entrepreneurs in my life. So that was definitely a motivation for me. So I feel like if we have more examples, we can talk all day. But if they can't see what we're talking about, it's going to be hard for them to grasp that. So
Right.
it's important for us to see people that look like us
Hmm.
doing at that caliber.
Yeah, for sure.
May she rest forever, my auntie Nicole, my mom's baby sister. She has been an entrepreneur all my life, all my entire childhood. She owned restaurants, she owned corner stores. She definitely was a big pillar in her community. Anytime that she got, she gave. So
Mm.
she was one of my biggest inspirations ever. I've always strived to still make her proud, even though she's not physically with us.
Okay, that's good to hear. You know, family members. Sometimes you hear like it be somebody that they've never known, but you've actually this person. This is your aunt, somebody very
Mhm.
close to you. So that's important because when you don't have that, some people may not have grown up to have that at all. So you have to look for like someone famous or someone you probably never meet in your life, but to be able
Exactly.
to have that role model right there in your face and being able to help you along the way is amazing.
So I always like doing things with my hands. My mom ended up buying me candle supplies.
Mm.
Just for something to be creative with. And I kind of fell in love with it. I kind of fell in love with the whole process of just how gentle you have to be with the whole process.
Mm.
And how creative you can be at the end, like putting flowers or whatnots on top of the candle, making them beautiful. I fell in love with that whole process, and it reminded me to take care of myself in the same instance. So, pouring candles taught me to be gentle with myself, and that's where we came up with Inside the House, and that's how we got here.
Okay, I like the name Inside House. Like, where? How did you come up with that name?
That's another interesting story. I have 2 kids, Tristan and Dakota.
Mm.
Tristan birthed Inside the House. It was a blog at first where I um, just talked about how it felt being a first time mom, like that whole process of. I didn't deal with postpartum with him, but I learned a lot about myself at the same time. So that's where that came from. And when I had my daughter, I was working, I was going to school at the same time. So I really didn't focus on my entrepreneur career at the time until I moved to Florida. And that's when I started to break away the pieces of postpartum depression. And I'm like, hey, I have a name. I have something I want to do. So I just merged those two together. Um, Number one advice, never give up. Like I said, mentioned earlier, it's definitely easier to give up, but the hard work is in the actual work. So
Mm.
showing up every day, even when nothing is showing up for you, you got to just put in that time and the effort daily to be where you want to be. You got to work
Mm.
for it. So as long as you keep showing up for yourself and showing up for your business, you definitely will be successful.
For sure. Keep going. Don't quit.
Definitely. On.
Don't quit. That's like the running theme in everybody's interviews. Everybody says don't quit because you can't. It's so important. Like you
Yeah,
can't give anybody any better advice than that. You cannot stop no matter what. Um, you might have to
that's
switch gears a little bit, but just don't
yes.
stop. Yeah.
Exactly. You have to keep showing up for it, even when nobody is showing up for it. You have to keep because that's. I know everybody says that is just the bricks to the foundation. Like that is just
Mm-hmm.
something that's going to teach you lessons that you will never forget.
Back.
And once you make it through that first lesson, you're untouchable at this point.
Right.
'Cause you're
For
never gonna
real.
make the same mistake twice. Knowing which vessels to pour your candles in, that's very important. I had a candle blow up on me. Uh
What?
yes, yes. So it's so much. We could be here all day for that question. Besides the post office, knowing
Okay.
which knowing which wicks to use, it's like science. So
Um,
so trial and error is gonna happen through the whole process of trying to put some candles.
So what happened with the post office? You keep bringing up the post office. So what's
Oh,
the
I
story with
got
the
beef
post?
with them. If you can see, I got beef.
Oh no.
Beef forever.
Not beef with the post office. What they do?
Okay, a lot of my packages was coming up missing during COVID. Like they would say deliver and they weren't delivered.
Mm-mm.
Let me tell you this, a year later, I wanted to give up after that, but I kept pushing. I lost a lot of money during COVID replacing product because I just wanted to make sure my name was never tarnished. Like,
Right.
even though I knew what I did, I knew my process. I have a process of shipping and handling. I knew what I needed to do on my end. So
Right.
when they got into the hands of the post office, whether they delivered or not, I replaced every candle that ever went missing or didn't get delivered, or I returned money.
Yep.
So I wanted to make sure Inside the House name never got tarnished. A year later, I went to my PO box. Every candle that was ever misplaced was in my PO box. I had to get a cart pushed to my car to get all these boxes.
What?
Listen, if I would have gave up, that would have put me in a bad place. That would
Yeah.
have going there and receiving all of that, that would have
Mm,
put me in a bad place. But because I did not give up,
right.
I took a picture of all the product and I sold it.
I know that's right. I would have too. I mean,
I said anybody who didn't get your packages, I tagged the people. I tried to contact them. They bought it. They bought what they
mhm.
wanted because that's what they originally paid for.
Right, exactly.
So, but if
I
I
mean,
would have
that's,
gave up, ooh, that would have put me in a bad place.
I know it. I know it.
Trial and error. I do a lot of testing, especially with smaller candles. I do 2 and 4 ounces. Those are like my tester scents. So
Mm,
when I do events or when I come home, if the product sells, we keep the scent. If it doesn't, we get rid of it.
mm.
Um, so I do a lot of testing within the business. A lot of people, I'm giving away the sauce, but
Okay.
but I like when I went home for Thanksgiving break, we did 3 new scents that I also have here. Romance, Blackberry Springs, and Sage Serenity. And we sold out of everything. So obviously we're gonna keep those 3 scents in rotation
Okay.
because they
Good.
did amazing. So it's this trial and error within. Like the customers are gonna tell you what they like and what they don't like. And they
That's
are very upfront. But when it comes down to like exclusive stuff, I have certain people that I use that I send PR boxes to, and they tell me if they like it, if they don't. And they've been with the company since I started, so
okay.
they kind of help with determining what we're gonna go with next.
All right, that's going to be it for this interview. It was so good talking to you, Laisha. Got a lot of good information. Y'all definitely make sure you check her out. Go ahead and give them your social media so they can find you.
Everybody, make sure that you follow us inside the house on Instagram at Welcome Inside the House.
Welcome inside the house. Y'all get them candles. She gonna have classes. If you in Columbia, you wanna be able to attend her class. I can't wait to be there. I hope to see y'all there. Um, but that's gonna be it. We'll see you next time. Bye, Brown Girls.
Make sure that you're following us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. We are now also accepting donations. And make sure to stay tuned for all of our amazing interviews. Are you looking to join a book club? Make sure to check out our Monday night book clubs. Next time on the Brown Girls Collective, remember to like and subscribe.